Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been probably about 6 months since I uploaded my last video, but got some weird eye infection going on. But today I'm gonna be doing something I've seen done before, but I'm not sure if it'll totally work out without any major modifications. I'll show you guys that real quick. Here she is in all her glory. Looks like crap. So here's my stock steering wheel that I reupholstered with some carbon fiber in the Alcantara like I explained before. And today I'm gonna try fit a S197 steering wheel. It's from the 05 to 09 Mustangs. I know it doesn't look as good, but I already ordered a reupholster kit for it. And then I found some silver trim on here to match the Marauder trim in the door panels. And then also got the airbag there. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. If I just have to ditch the whole idea or go aftermarket quick release, or yeah, just trying to do like a OEM plus upgrade. And these are a little bit thicker than the Crown Vic ones, and just thought it would look cooler. So we'll see how it goes. And actually, if this works out, I'm gonna be doing a 10 to 14 or 11 to 14 Mustang wheel because it looks way better than this one. But I got this one dirt cheap, so. And the 05 to 14s all mount the same, so if this works out, then I'll be upgrading to a 11 to 14 wheel instead. Like, this is all right, but I just want to try something different. So and if you guys want, I can show you guys how I reupholstered this wheel, but show you guys on this wheel how I did it. Make a little second video on that before I mount it. But today I will be taking the wheel off, just seeing if it fits. Then if it does, then I'm gonna throw the Crown Vic one back on, take this one back off, and do all the reupholster, trim, carbon fiber, etc. on it. Then I actually got a new Ford emblem for that, so I don't have a Mustang in my face, because it's not a Mustang, obviously. Makes it trying to keep this here, you know. So if you have not taken an airbag off yet, I'll take this opportunity to teach you guys. So there's like little springs in here. There's 2 on each side that you got to push in. And there's 2 more over here. So you just kind of want to fish your screwdriver in there until you hear that metallic spring. This might be too long because you kind of gotta go up like that, so might find me something different real quick. All right, so actually it's the next day here. I couldn't find my Torx bits or my Allen wrenches, so I just went and bought new ones. But so this is what I'm gonna use to punch these springs out, and I'll show you here in a second. All right, so this is how I'm using the Allen keys. So you just poke around in there till you hear that metallic sound, and that'll be your spring. Kind of hard to do this with one hand, but I'll show you after I get this side pried off. Alright, see. So that was one spring, and you just gotta do it to the rest of the 3 there. Alright, so finally got this stupid bag off. It was a little bit harder than I thought, but see if you look in here, that little silver thingy. So what you're basically doing is, let me get a smaller one. So what you're basically doing is pushing that to the side like that, so you can like down here. See that move? those get hooked into here, and that's how the airbag comes off basically. So if you just fidget around in there, you kind of have to play around with it to find it, but can be kind of a pain. That's how you take that off. Before you do anything with the airbag, just make sure you unplug the battery, obviously, because you don't want this blowing up in your face. But yeah, and you just got these couple connections here, and you got to take this off, and it's go time with that to see if it fits. So what you want to do here is just pull these right off. And that's it for the airbag, for Crown Vic airbag anyway. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but yeah, now time to get this thing off. Probably have to take this, I think it's a ground wire off, but unplug all these electronics. So what you're doing here is, this here will be a T50 Torx bit. You just want to break that guy loose. What usually I do is just yank the wheel back and forth, and it comes right off. People say you need like a puller, but I've never personally used one, never had any issues with it. So the only issue I'm finding here is this is a hex thing, and this is kind of like a oval with 2 flat spots on it. So like, yeah, I guess that could work. You just gotta shave down that thingy a little bit, make it into a hexagon. Actually really interesting. So the Mustang airbag and the Crown Vic, they're exactly the same. So I'm assuming Ford, for the most part, uses the same airbag. Let's see if they plug in. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. What I think I'm gonna do is maybe bore out the middle of this so it fits, or I don't know, we'll see. But probably do that, see how it fits, and if it doesn't look safe, I won't run it. But it almost fits in there, so if I could just round out these 2 sides and keep the flat tops to match these 2, I think I should be fine. So actually, a couple of issues I'm running into here are the clock spring. It's got this connector here for the Crown Vic. Put the wheel on. It's actually hitting that, so maybe if I flip it around, see if that'll work. It might. We'll see. That could potentially work. Alright, so this is what I did. So this connector here originally was for the Crown Vic steering wheel controls, for like the cruise and the stereo and whatnot. But I no longer have that. These buttons do not plug into that. So what I did is just hack that right off, make it flush. Then I'm gonna put like a small, I don't know, probably like an 1/8 inch spacer between this and the steering wheel, just so I'm not pinching these wires. Now, it's not the most conventional way, but if you know how I roll, I usually like to figure out different ways to make stuff work. So hopefully it works, but if not, then I'll just have to ditch the whole airbag idea and basically make a factory wheel with no airbag on it. So we'll see. Boom. Alright, so turn the car around real quick, but I think what I'm gonna do is shave down these to make a hex, because I don't have any other tools to do this. Otherwise I would just bore out the center of that steering wheel. But if I do it this way, then if I want to upgrade to the 11 to 14 later, it'll just slide right on there, so then I won't have to worry about that. But if I did want to throw the Crown Vic one back on here, it should fit, because I'll still have these two flat spots on top. So yeah, so basically it'll still look like this, but the sides will just be shaped like that. So I'm just gonna send it. All right, so what I did was a pretty tacky way to do it, but I think I got it. So there goes my clock spring. Push that all the way on. And then basically kind of trim down each side of these to make like a hex, which is similar to the middle of the Mustang wheel here. And so goes right on. Oh sweet, so now my bolt screws in. So then I'll basically just try to suck the wheel down onto the shaft with this. Oh yeah, it's not going anywhere. Well, I guess I could suck it in farther because there's like a finger hole still, but I'm not gonna do that until I get it reupholstered, because it's gonna be a pain to get off, I already know. So I'm basically sucking it onto the steering shaft, which is gonna be a pain, huge pain to get off, but at least I know it's on there. It's not coming off, so. Yeah, I definitely like this better than the Crown Vic wheel. It's even got these little finger thingies back here to hold on to, which the Crown Vic does not have. But yeah, it should look way better with the silver trim here, the carbon fiber and leather. Oh, shut up. The airbag came on because the airbag's not in, but the carbon and leather steering wheel. And then the Mustang emblem here is getting a black Ford emblem. So all in all, it should just bolt up like that. And I just snapped this cover back on, and honestly, it doesn't even look that, like, obviously this is like a more square shape and this is round, but honestly, it doesn't even look that out of place. The off center here is gonna kind of bug me, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, that's a steering wheel swap. Don't know if I'd recommend like auto crossing this or whatever, but this is just a daily driver, so that should be fine. I'm not gonna be like whipping the wheel back and forth. It still has the two flat spots on the top where it matches the hexagon top and bottom flat spot, so it's definitely locked onto the steering shaft now. So all right, time to unplug the battery again and then throw the airbag on and see what happens, because the connectors are the same, so it shouldn't blow up in my face, but we'll see. Oh, not many of you would want to do this, but yeah, so just grab an angle grinder, grind the top, bottom to make a better flat spot, and just kind of like round out the edges till this steering wheel hole fits. Like I said before, it's not the most conventional way, but for a daily driver that's not going to be seeing any hard turning or whatever, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, if any of you are interested in doing this swap, this video kind of shows you how, and you still will be able to use the airbag. But not sure about wiring up these. I never had cruise control anyway, like I said, so this didn't bother me if these didn't work. But if you guys want to get that to work, you'll have to figure that out on your own, unfortunately, because I have no idea how to do that. But yeah, that's it. Just plug in this guy. I will have to get two bolts for right here to plug it in, but other than that, it's pretty much done. Now just waiting on the cover, the trim, and the new emblem. So just so I can take it right back off and reupholster it. And I'll actually do a video on the reupholster because I had a few guys asking me how I did the steering wheel. Like, I did a full stitch on it, then added that Alcantara there. So unfortunately this wheel is sold already to a buddy of mine, so I will not be putting that up for sale because it's already sold. Eventually I might throw 11 to 14 on here because it looks better, but for now I feel like this fits the car pretty well. I personally like it. It feels a lot better, and it's a great way to stay in shape. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go unplug the battery, plug these back in, and see if the airbag explodes or not. I guess we'll find out real quick. All right, moment of truth. Oh, freaking. And there we have it. Yeah, these are the bolts I'm talking about. They hold the airbag in, so. Yeah, don't know if I'll like this, but the space here. But I think I can suck the wheel in a little bit farther, but we'll see. Oh, and shout out to John Lisk. He makes these covers for 05 to 11 Panthers that either did a manual swap or a floor shifter swap. I'll just give him a little shout out here. So he's actually just snap right in after you take your column out. Very good quality. He actually updated these designs. I have the old design, but yeah, they just fit in there like that. Oh, missed a. There we go. It's basically like OEM fitment, because these are super hard to find. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll make another video once I get all the stuff for this one. Just got the battery plugged back in. Look how dirty this thing is. I hate winter. I'm glad it's almost over. Throw the flares and the 20s back on. Ride in style. There we go. Went from a 2006 Crown Victoria steering wheel to a 05 to 09 Mustang. So like I said before, I will be swapping this out for a Ford emblem. Then I got the silver trim coming to match the Marauder trim. And I got a brand new steering wheel cover coming similar to this one that you have to sew on or stitch on. So instead of we'll have the carbon on the top here, but then I'll have two separate pieces of carbon on the side here instead of this one big piece right here. So, and I'm not sure if I'll throw in the Alcantara somewhere, but maybe on the airbag, we'll see. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I know some of you guys were gonna say why would I swap out this since it looks way better than that? But trust the process. This, at the end of the day, will look better than that in my opinion. So after it's all said and done, this will match the interior. So yeah, and I would do like a newer one, like a 2015 to 2020, but they just have so many buttons that it would look too out of place for me for this car, since it's pretty basic in here. But this had just the right amount of buttons. And I might look into a 11 to 14 wheel, since it is a little bit more classier, and it's got the thumb grips right here. This one does not. But yeah, there it is. But yeah, just realized I forgot to film an outro, so that is how you do a 05 to 09 Mustang swap in a, I guess you could say 05 to 11 Panther, because I think the pre-03 is different, but that's just how I swapped it. Maybe there's a better way to do it, I don't know. But if you like it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see more content like this, I'll be trying to make some more as it starts getting warmer here. But next video should be the steering wheel wrap. I'm gonna be stitching that on, doing the steering wheel trim and the emblem. I guess down the road I'll make a video of throwing the wheels and flares back on, just to make content. I don't know, everything's content, right? But yeah, catch you guys later.